Ayo, what's up, y'all? DPD19 back with another video, and then we're just gonna quickly talk about some MetaZoo stuff, mainly focusing on distribution, just because I personally slightly disagree with how it's handled with cardio, but I'll go into it in a little bit. So for those of you who don't know, cardio was making Cryptid Clash. Formerly also like Caster Society and whatnot, different companies, same people running it. And Cardio was part of that, and they're now part of being a distributor for basically online retailers and streamers, which I'm completely for. I'm fine with, being able to sell to streamers and whatnot. Same thing with online retailers, give a better option because most distributors aren't accepting new people. And if they are, they're usually not preferring online sellers. They want to do brick and mortar and some stuff like, I don't remember if it's One Piece, Yu Gi Oh! Like some of the places like that, some companies like that require you to be an LGS, like an actual store, in order to carry their product and buy it from a distributor. So that's a hurdle for those. But for MetaZoo, you have regular distributors, and then you have Cardio, which is through for like I said, online sellers and the streamers. The gripe, I do have a couple gripes, and I hopefully for the next set it's updated or changed slightly. The first is that there's not really a minimum, which kind of confused me of like to order. There's not, you could just technically order one box and just call it a day, which I don't know. I know there's LGSs that'll order like a box or two from like distribution with like their order of other stuff, but to just send one box is kind of to me. And part of the reason is because it seems like just about anyone can get into it, the distribution for it, which again, I have no problem with streamers and whatnot getting the product, but it can be for secondary market purposes very dangerous and volatile to just let anyone, you know, do that. And this is nothing, I'm not like talking shade, whatever. We're just trying to talk about it and just give my recommendations of what I would do for the next set. So I would start off with a minimum, either 6 boxes to a case. I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, stores can't, afford certain amount." Da da da. If you can't afford a half a case, then you should maybe not be trying to get certain products. Like, if I'm not gonna say the price, but if X dollars for a box, which under $100 distribution cost, if that's too much money or that's all the money you have, then like you're not. Are you really like a store at that point? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm viewing it like a dickhead. Maybe I'm being biased. I don't know. I just feel like there should be a minimum order, especially for their time, because in theory, you can just have any Joe Schmo, say they're a streamer, with 20 followers, say they're going to start streaming and get it, and then just rip the boxes and keep the cards themselves. So instead of them buying from like an LGS or something, they're just getting it straight from distribution and they don't need to go through anyone else. They just get it from themselves. And some people might be like, "Oh, you're annoyed because it's impacting your sales." I don't give a fuck about my sales. I don't give a rat's goddamn ass. You don't need to buy from me. But I feel like that's kind of fucked up for LGSs that are carrying the product, that are investing X amount of dollars into it. And I feel like there needs to be some type of vetting process. Like, there wasn't much of it, and at least for me, there probably wouldn't been too much of an issue. I mean, I stream from time to time, but I have 8+ thousand sales on eBay. ranked in the top 5% of all CCG single sales. Like, if I can't get fucking product, then who the fuck can for online retailing? Like, I think there needs to be some type of guidelines, and also just having a company, licensed. I feel like technically shouldn't be enough, because you could just, oh, I have a company, and just have nothing on your website, never sell anything. Like, that also is kind of like, what the fuck? Or just like never really sold much on eBay. Like, I feel like you have to have a certain amount of sales experience, because it also fucks things up where you can crash the market if all the bunch of people are just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna dump it and just start, bottom basement prices. Now you're fucking over the other people that ordered high quantities, LGSs that are giving your store, giving your brand a first chance, a second chance, and now they're getting fucked again. Like, I don't know. I Part of the reason I have issues is because I don't, no offense, but offense, I don't trust some of you motherfuckers. I really don't, especially some of the people that came back and they're like, oh, I'm so glad to come back in the community. Like, you mean the community that you just fucking bailed on and just dumped your shit and left? Community where people like MetaZoo Crew and other people were streaming with like five, six, seven people, and they were still streaming because they loved it and wanted to just shoot the shit with people. Worst case, like, where were some of y'all then? And now you're just like, oh, I'll get into distribution, or I'll buy like the new set. The community, right, guys? No, they gonna be gone just as fast as they came back. The second there's any potential turmoil or anything they don't like, they'll just dump shit and leave. Like, and I don't want some of those people in that community personally. That's just me. You can disagree with me, that's fine. But if you let some of those people that emotionally reacted heavily before, they're gonna do the same thing now. If the boxes don't, skyrocket or go up, they might just dump at cost or less and just say, fuck it, I'm not doing this shit again. It's it's tricky, I get it, but I feel like there can be a different way of doing it, and this is the first round, so I cut slack to everyone. First round, go around to doing this. Hopefully the second round there's, bigger vetting process. Also see, like, for, let's say, the next set. Oh, okay. You can't just order whatever you want if this first set is successful. If you bought like a box and then magically you want fucking like 50, 60, 70 boxes, I feel like there should be somewhat of a limit imposed. Like normal distributors do. Like, if you don't buy, like, when a lot of people don't buy the shit product, distributors are like, well, I'm not going to reward you with the good shit. You're just trying to buy the good shit, so you're going to get limited amount of the good shit. And then they're going to reward the people that always buy all the product SKUs from them with a higher allocation. I would like to see that be similarly the case for, the next set of MetaZoo through Cardio as a distribution company. But who knows? These are just my opinions. And like I said, this ain't like to throw shade at nobody. This ain't to fucking talk shit. This is strictly constructive criticism, what I like, what I don't like. If people have a problem with it, well, you can hold my dick. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.